HR1 that helped with this morning's beach cleanup. Do you remember where you were on September 11th, 2001? I was living in New York City. I had watched the second plane strike on the morning news, and I could see the smoke on my way to work. And I was grateful to be with my coworkers, sharing fear. There were no strangers in New York on 9/11. As we futilely tried our cell phones and gathered around TVs, we shared sadness, fear, and uncertainty. I now live in Bonnytoon with my 3 children. They're sitting right here. Evie's 13, Jack's 11, and Henry's 7. This October's UN update, giving only 12 years to stop fossil fuel use and protect our children's future, hit hard. The devastating California fires struck harder. Suddenly, climate change feels as real as the planes that struck the Twin Towers. Well, I've been shuttling my kids to soccer and junior guards and worrying about what they eat and reminding them to brush their teeth. Their future is becoming less and less certain. By the time Evie, Jack, and Henry are adults, it will be too late to stop and avoid the climate-induced economic and humanitarian crises, increasingly catastrophic fires and storms leaving more of us homeless, making it difficult to insure our homes, longer droughts, crop failures, food shortages, unless we take dramatic action now. But unlike on 9/11, when we shared fears, few of us seem to be on the same page. While we're rushing from one thing to the next and avoiding difficult conversations, our world is getting scarier. At this critical juncture in human civilization, a time of sadness, fear, and uncertainty, we need each other more than ever. That's why I'm grateful to have connected with Mothers Out Front, a group of parents and grandparents around the U.S. working together on concrete solutions for a livable climate for all of our children. In California, Mothers Out Front calls on Governor Newsom to declare a climate emergency. While in many ways a climate leader, California remains one of the nation's top oil-producing states with devastating impacts. Living here, it's very easy to forget that low-income residents and communities of color in California and around the world are already living with dirty water and smog-filled air. We must keep fossil fuels in the ground, stop massive subsidies to big oil and coal, and transition to 100% renewable energy. It's time to stop, drop, and roll. Stop new permits for oil and gas drilling. Drop current fossil fuel production and adjust managed transition to clean, green energy, and roll out the Green New Deal, an equitable plan to counter the climate crisis with the urgency that science and justice demand. We have the technology. A Green New Deal can create social safety nets like universal health care, education, and jobs. Congressman Panetta, on behalf of Mothers Out Front, I urge you, please back a Green New Deal and ask your congressional colleagues to join you in protecting our children's future. I personally also ask you to support HR1, the For the People Act, to draw a moral line in the sand, limiting special interest influence, leveling the political playing field, and encouraging more Americans to vote. Speaking to the New York City Women's March last Saturday, Congressman Ocasio-Cortez called the women's movement a resurgence from where the civil rights movement left off. Her words. And we are here to carry the torch forward. Because when we talked about racial, economic, and social justice, we started to connect those issues to environmental justice and the interconnectedness and intersectionality of all of our fights. We need HR1 to help us elect a massive, diverse blue wave in 2020. And we need all Democrats to value each other and unite as a cohesive, optimistic party. It will take unprecedented unity, unwavering courage, and unbiased thinking to examine how we reached the climate crisis and chart a courageous and inspired change of course. Let's come together and begin the hard work of building a beautiful, livable future for all of our children. Thank you.